We're going to be using live anchovies for bait today. When you guys are trying to catch your bait, you want to put your hand in the tank really slow, kind of come underneath them. I usually kind of corral them on over to one side, and a lot of times they'll swim right into your hand. Okay, if you're trying to grab at them from the top, they're a lot quicker than you are, and you'll just end up damaging a lot of bait. They'll keep squirting away from you. When you're holding your bait, you want to hold it really delicately. Basically just pinching its gill plates between my middle finger and my thumb there, and you want to support the back of its head with your index finger. Okay, that way when you drive that hook through, you're not going to snap its neck. Okay, so you want to hold the back of its head, hook them right in the corner of the bottom jaw, and come straight up through the tip of the nose in front of the eyeballs. Okay, you want to make sure you catch that bottom lip. It'll pin their mouth shut, and make sure that you're in front of the eyeballs. If you go between the eyes, you're going to catch the brain and kill your bait. If you'll look real closely, there's a clear pocket in front of the eyeballs. That's right where you want that hook to be. It's primarily going to be all sandy bottom where we're going to be fishing today. You guys want to let out just enough line so that your sinker's tapping along the bottom. Go ahead and remember to keep your thumb on the spool. Send it all the way on down till you feel that sinker tap. Let out an extra couple feet of line, and you should see some kind of a rhythm to your rod tip as that sinker's tapping along. It should look something like this. Okay, 90% of the fish are caught in the rod holder. Okay, you don't have to hold on to your rod. Basically, your rod's going to be in the rod holder. It'll be tapping along just like this. When that fish hits on the initial bite, they usually jar it. It's pretty obvious on a big fish. It'll be something out of rhythm. And hopefully your rod's going to start to load up from the weight of the fish. When it looks about like that, with your rod still in the rod holder, you just come up on your rod and take about 4 or 5 cranks on the handle to set that hook. You don't want to grab your rod and set the hook, especially on that initial bite. You want to give them a little bit of time to load up on your rod. So you just come up on your rod, take about 4 or 5 cranks. When you feel your rod load up, you feel the fish coming up off the bottom, you just slow down and go easy by easy. You just want to take your time. You don't want to pump your rod a whole lot. The harder you pull on the halibut, the more angry they get about the whole situation, and the harder they pull back on you. Okay, so basically you just go slow and steady, and a lot of times they'll cruise right on up. When you see your 3-way swivel, you know you're getting close to the fish. Slow down and make sure you don't lift his head out of the water. They're obviously not used to seeing daylight. They'll start thrashing on you, and there's a good chance they'll get away. But if you just leave them down about 6 inches to a foot, a lot of times they'll stay asleep, and you can just cruise them right on into the net before they know what's going on.